Hey guys, Zwackery here. We're doing this like guerrilla style. We're going to be doing a walkthrough on this new little toy I got here, the Pioneer RMX1000. Picked this up a few days ago, and so far it's been pretty cool. No real big gripes about it. But yeah, so we'll just do a run through of what all this stuff is and what it does and what it sounds like and blah blah blah. So yeah, this thing people are saying is like the replacement for the EFX1000. I don't think it is, personally, but yeah, that's just my opinion. But it is kind of comparable to it. The only real difference is that this has got a lot of different things on it than the EFX, and I think that they are both, you know, unique in their own right. But anyways, so size-wise, this thing is a slight bit wider than the EFX. I'd say the EFX comes out to about there. So you just add on maybe that much. You can see that. Tiny bit more. But it is a lot shorter. I mean, the EFX goes all the way back. This is just, you know, kind of sticking there. It is connected through send return at the moment, so it is working through the mixers thingamabob. So it's pretty easy to set up. It's just simple power, yeah, send return. You can do master in, master out, or whatever, if you can see back there. Really, whatever kind of setup you want. There's no MIDI on it, I don't think. I didn't see a port on the back, but it does have a USB plug, and I haven't really messed around with all the USB stuff yet. But who knows, you know, I'll probably play around with that someday. But for now, we're just going to be looking at the core features that this thing has, blah blah blah, and whatnot. So, yeah, we'll do a rundown from this side going all the way across, and yeah, so first of all, up the top here we've got two knobs. We've got the input level and output level, pretty much the same as the EFX. You know, what goes in, like the volume going in, the volume going out, has two volume bars for that. So you can see basically what kind of volumes you're getting. Try not to hit reds. What do we got down here? We have got three knobs here for low, mid, and high, which is drastically different from what the EFX had. The EFX only had 3 buttons for low, mid, and high, and this one's, you know, full-on knobs. Yeah, knobs. So yeah, you can basically cut or add effects to each independent frequency. And there's also some parameters up here if you want to just put it on the input, if you can see that. Can't really see that. Focus, input, and there's also one for XPAD, which I'll get to in a bit. But you can add effects to each of these different levels. So we've got an isolator, we've got cut/add, trans/roll, and gate/drive. Is that drive? Yeah, it is. Couldn't read. So yeah, I'll give you an example of each one. Isolator, you probably know what it is. It's like on your mixer, you turn it down, don't really hear much. So yeah, I'll just go through each one by one. So isolator will be first. So yeah, pretty simple stuff. What the isolator does. It's nice that they added it in, but I mean, like, you can really just do it on your mixer. Cut/add. Now this effect, I would say it's like a trans effect kind of, but it's not, because it's got its own trans effect right there. So figure that one out. But it does add some interesting things. I'll let you guys have a listen. Also, depending on which way you turn your knob, if it's for one of these slash ones, I think if you turn it to your right, if you turn it clockwise, it'll do the bottom one, so it will do the add. If you turn the other way, it will do the cut. So, you know, you kind of pick which way you want. It works that way for the roll/trans and the gate/drive. So yeah, let's take a look, and yeah. We're going to try some cut. Alright, okay, let's just move on to trans/roll. Roll effect basically just rolls the beat, constantly keeps rolling the beat, so... Kind of helps if it's in the right BPM, by the way. What are we on? Also, something I didn't know, I'll just skip like 2 of these for now. Something I didn't know, this actually can step in like 2 decimal points. I didn't know this until I actually read up about it. If you hold down these 2 buttons here, you can't see in between, if you can see in between my fingers, see how it goes like 0.1? You then use the nudge, which is over here. This is like, let's just say 0.7, and then bam, it'll just stick to that, which is on the DJM as well, but I totally didn't know it was on this, so it's a nice little feature. Yeah, so anyways, what are we on? We've done trans roll, we're on gate drive now. Let's take a look at that. So that's kind of like an example of what each one does. You can actually pipe through what is down here on the X-Pad section into these isolator features, which is kind of cool. You can also like make it so it doesn't actually include the input, so you can turn the input off, so that won't actually include, I don't think, I haven't tried it, so don't quote me on this, I don't think it'll include the sound that's coming out from your mixer into there. It'll only include the X-Pad ones and vice versa, so if you want to not include the X-Pad ones in this effects section, then you can just turn that off. But we'll leave it on for now for fun's sake. But yes, what do we have down here? We have a knob for X-Pad level, so that's basically the volume of all the X-Pad effects. We have the pitch of each one right there, and then we have all these kind of effects down here. These effects are interesting. I think you can change them with the added software that comes with the actual unit to your own sounds. But the standard sounds are actually kind of okay. But I mean, like if you really want to get like down and dirty with it, I can see the potential. Don't quote me on that either. I don't think it's possible. It could be possible. If it is, that's amazing, and I will try it. But for now, we'll just stick with these. So what do we got? So basically the way this thing works is you can add in samples. You can add in samples to your music. It's pretty simple. It's like a it's just like a one of those I forgot the name of them already. It's one of those pad things. I'll say pad thing. Okay, we'll call it the pad thing. It's like one of those, except it it only really has 4 effects plus a roll. It also has an X-Pad thing, which I'll show in a bit. But there is something kind of cool. There's something here called the overdub feature. Basically, if I turn this on, we'll see all these light up. If I then start doing a beat, which will be correspondent to the beat BPM that's currently in the system, it'll do I think it's a 4-bar loop, maybe? I think it is. I don't remember the number, but yeah. So I'll just do a small one. Then you can add in your own little bits to it. You can also delete like effects if you don't like it. So that snare's a bit off, so we'll get rid of that. So you hold down the overdub and just click on it. Then you can just turn that off by clicking the overdub again. So let's just say I wanted to just do something random. We'll just do a crazy one. I can then use the X-Pad effect to kind of roll the sounds. So yeah, it's kind of going to be crazy towards the end. But you can see the potential that this thing can have. Like, you can do all these, like, midway through a track. So like if you hit like a really slow, mellow kind of breakdown, you can add in your own little effects. Like you can add a kick. You actually adjust the pitch of it as well. So. Okay, I'm just having fun now. And of course there is the delete feature. So if you do one of these if you do one of these sample things and you don't like one part of it, you can just delete it off. So I don't like the clap for some reason. The clap was okay. I can also mute certain sounds. So let's just say I don't like that hat. I can just mute that off. Mute off the snare, mute off the clap, then just kill it. But yeah, that's just all that section. It's kind of cool. I'm pretty sure you can load in your own things, but whatever. We won't be looking at that right now. But over here, this giant knob, this massive knob right there. This one actually has a ton of effects. They're called scene effects, as it says up here. And basically, it's divided into two sections. We have the build-up effects, and we also have the breakdown effects. This part of the RMX is the closest thing to the EFX I can think of. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. So anyway, there's this giant knob. They've got all these effects. So we have BPF, echo, noise, spiral up, reverb up for the build-up ones, and we also have high pass filter echo, low pass filter echo, crush echo, spiral down, and reverb down. And we also have two parameters for each one. These parameters actually affect the effect heaps, so it's good that they have those added included. So yeah, I'll give you a brief example of each one. I'll just put the sub parameters down for now. We'll play with those later. But yeah, I'll show you each one by one. Yeah, enjoy. Okay, now we're going to move on to echo. That was really badly done. Noise. Now the noise effect is a lot like the one that comes with the DJM, but you can actually affect it on a level of like, you don't really need sound like music for this. You can actually affect it depending on your sub parameters. So you turn that one way up. I'm guessing that one's just mostly volume for the noise one. But yeah, that's noise. It's kind of cool. Spiral up. I love the spiral up. It sounds so cool. Okay, so we've got reverb up now. effects are slightly hard to hear. I understand that, but whatever, we'll keep going. High pass filter echo. Low pass filter. Crush echo. We have spiral down. That just sounded weird. Reverb down. Okay, so that's basically that section. You have a billion kind of options with these two sub-parameters. I can't go through all of them, obviously, because there's just too much. But yeah, you got a kind of really rough idea as to what this thing does. There's also one last bit over here. It's the release effects section. This is actually kind of cool. As you can see, it makes the stuff go all nice and pretty looking. But yeah, I'll give you a rough rundown of what it does. So, right now it's on vinyl break, but there's three of them. There's vinyl break, echo, and backspin, and basically that'll put that effect onto the sound. Okay, so. So it's also pressure sensitive, so the less I hold down on it, the slower it goes, and the more I hold down on it, the faster it goes. So yeah, that was vinyl break. We also have echo. And we also have backspin, which is pretty obvious what that's going to be. So for a very slow one, that's what it sounds like. Kind of ridiculous, but yeah. For a very quick one, it would sound like this. That was really quick, holy moly. But like, it is easy to do this. Just do that, if you really want. But yeah, there is one more thing here. Apart from the beat counting, quantize, nudge, auto stuff that you kind of normally have, we do have the default and user setting. Default basically is the stock standard this, okay? Basically everything you just saw was a default setting. But if you put in, and I'll see if you can see it on the side, there is a slot for an SD card there. If you load in your settings from the software onto the SD card, you can actually swap this over to setting, user setting, and then all the functionality that you have on that SD card will be available on this unit. So again, I haven't tried it, so I can't really give you a pure opinion on it, but yeah, that was a very weirdly weird rundown of what this thing is. It's kind of cool, but yeah. Does it replace the FX? No, by any means it doesn't. My only gripe with this thing is that I find it a bit too easy to use, in the sense that I haven't used it too much yet, so I can't really give you a proper opinion, but I just find like everything is just so easy. Like if I want to make something sound really cool, like it's just really easy to pull off, which isn't a bad thing, but I mean, like, you know, that's the only gripe, I guess. Other than that, it's pretty fun. it wasn't as expensive as the EFX as well. It was actually a fair bit cheaper. But yeah, other than that, I would recommend it to someone who just wants to add some extra depth and whatnot to his mixes. So yeah, I see a fair bit of potential. I don't have any further software things to talk about in regards to this, so yeah, but all in all, good unit. This will be used in my next YouTube mix, which will be coming up shortly after this one is uploaded. So yeah, look out for that one. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a very, 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 very ghetto style walkthrough. And I hope you enjoyed it. This is DJ Zwackery signing out.